Hello there everyone, welcome to The Geekdom, the place where we outcasts come to talk about the things we love, and today we are talking Ahsoka, the Ghost, and most importantly, my brand new Phantom 1 Lego set. Now, this build is 139 pieces, it's compatible with the awesome new Ghost and Phantom 2 set, and honestly, it's a cooler ship. It's a cooler ship than the Phantom 2, right? I don't like the Phantom 2, so I just had to make a compatible with the Ghost Phantom 1 for the new Lego set. Let's jump right in. Okay, as I said before, this build is 139 pieces. It's relatively small. It's pretty much the same kind of size as the Phantom 2 that comes in the set. It slots in the exact same way with those kind of pins and stuff on the bottom of the Phantom 2. Starting with the front of the ship, I used these like little candle pieces in black to create those two forward-facing guns, and they're just connected using a stud with a hole in it. The cockpit area was quite a bit of a challenge. So it's created. There's a single seat in the middle for a minifigure to sit in, but it's created with an assortment of different slopes and 1x1 tiles and stuff. And for the actual cockpit kind of cover, the windscreen, I used a piece which I didn't expect to use because it doesn't actually have any clear pieces in it like the ones that we've seen in the Phantom 2 and the original Phantom set, like the actual clear windscreen. But it's that sort of molded windscreen cover that I believe was used in stuff like Rock Raiders and stuff. But I thought it looked really great for the scale and stuff. It made the windscreen look as accurate as possible within such a small scale. There's an assortment of different greys and that really bright yellow color that's just synonymous with the Phantom 1. As I said, it only fits one minifigure up the front, and I don't think you'd be able to fit another minifigure in the back, but you'd maybe be able to like stuff a chopper or something in there. The bottom of the build is comprised of the same sort of pieces that were used in the Phantom 2, that sort of concave V shape. I wasn't too sure about it when I first saw the build for the Phantom 2 and how it would apply to the Phantom 1, but it actually came out really, really great. It provided a really great shape to the build and allowed it to kind of sit a bit higher on the Ghost 2 instead of just kind of being dead flat. All of that's in a dark grey like it is in the Phantom 2. You've got those wonderful little yellow details on the side and that sort of like curved thing, whatever that piece is called. It's in that wonderful bright yellow color again, just to add those little accents to the set. Now the actual windscreen itself is it's built onto a very small build using a clip and bar piece so that it can open up and you can just slot a minifigure in there. As you can see there at the top, it just connects just above the actual cockpit itself. Now in the actual like back area of the ship, you've got that awesome looking gun turret on the top using the newer binocular piece from like the Batman sets and stuff, as well as once again using those two black candle pieces to create the sort of like turret effect there, and that's attached using like one of those flat circular tile pieces with a single stud on the top. And that's attached to the roof there using some pieces that I've never used before. The roof is comprised out of two pieces which have like an angle and then a flat slat. I don't actually know what that piece is called, but it's proved really great. It's exactly what I was looking for, and it looks awesome because it also allows me to attach some pieces underneath it, another clip and bar piece, to create the door. Now the door at the back opens upwards. I tried to do exactly what they do in the show. So yeah, it opens upwards and allows you to see inside. It's got a small amount of storage room. You're not going to fit a minifigure in there, like I said before. You'll probably be able to put like some weapons and maybe a crate or two, like in that one episode of Rebels where Hera and Sabine are loading crates onto the Phantom. But yeah, I highly doubt you'd be able to fit any form of minifigure in there, even if they're sat down. Now, use some interesting techniques on the side. The piece that I used is the Brickhead's snot pieces. I love that piece. It's possibly one of my favorite pieces to use. I use them a ton in my Blue Beetle set if you want to go check that out. But attached to those on the side are those sort of curved pieces with the studs on top, so I can add a bit more texturing. As you can see, I've used some flat tiles and stuff there. And when I was looking at the original Phantom build, the set from many years back. I loved the way they built the engines, and I thought they would be perfect on this scale, so I've just used the same thing, the kind of chopper head piece in black, and then they've got a 1x1 circular flat tile in a trans orange there as well, to create like the jet engines and stuff, and they're just placed on either side of the door there. Also on the side you've got the foldable wings. Now this was an interesting challenge because I had to find a way for them to open and close but without being too loose. Now the original Phantom, I didn't like how kind of loose the folding mechanism was, so I've gone for the more rigid grill couplings there instead of just the clip and bar like they used in the original Phantom. So I've done that there, and they've got two lots of those kind of like grill and clasp pieces there on either side, and they just fold up around the engines just like they do in the show. They're in just that kind of whitish grey colour. Very simple, not a great amount of detail, but they look great all the same. And it really provides for that more realistic Phantom theme. Here is my Phantom next to the original Phantom from many years back. Obviously you can see the scale is very different because obviously I'm working with the newer Ghost, and when the original Phantom used to attach to the Ghost, the scale was off. But the scale is obviously different, but you can see the similarities. The windscreen itself is probably the biggest and most notable difference, as well as the cannon on the top. I'm not a fan of the spring-loaded shooters. They're too bulky, they don't work for me, so I've gone for a more realistic one with the candle and the binocular piece. The biggest shame about this set is that it can't facilitate my biggest gripe with the original Phantom. Now, obviously, the new Ghost was built for the Phantom 2, so sadly, I couldn't do my biggest goal for this set, which was, I hated the way the original one attached to the original Ghost, because in the show, it attaches nose first, whereas the original Lego set attached from the rear, and sadly, the same has to be said about this set. The Ghost was once again made for the Phantom 2, so I had to work with those boundaries. One day, hopefully, when I have the Ghost set in hand, I'll be able to make some modifications and hopefully see my vision come to life. But for now, sadly, my Phantom doesn't fit accurately into the brand new Ghost set. Anyway, everyone, that's it for my set, but hang on, there is some important news. We are currently over here at the Geekdom in the process of setting up some form of page, would be Rebrickable or like Etsy or something, to sell the instructions for this set. I know I made that promise however long ago, but it's official. The instructions have been made for this Phantom. If you do want to get it yourself, as soon as the site is up and running, I'll be putting the link in the description down below for you to go and check that out. If you wanted to add this to your new Ghost set, I certainly will be doing so. But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled for that. It should be happening very soon. We're making progress here at the Geekdom, so that you guys, the fellow outcasts, can get this set and any other of my sets for yourself. But anyway, guys, that's it from me today. I hope you have enjoyed, and feel free to like and subscribe. We are this close to 400. I'm so sure we can get there real soon. I am so happy with the progress that we're making at the minute. We're on our way. Just hit that subscribe button. Hit the little red one down there. Just do that. Just do that. Also, let me know down in the comments stuff that you want me to do in the future, be it a set or a minifigure series. Just let me know. I always love reading that stuff and seeing what you guys want to do as well. Tell me your thoughts on the Ahsoka show as well. I personally am loving it. Cannot wait to make a minifigure series on this show. It's gonna be awesome. But anyway, that's everything from me today. I hope you have enjoyed this video. May the Force be with you always.